Okay, hello, greetings and welcome. Alright, so I'm in beautiful Doyenton today, enjoying a cup of coffee. And what I want to share with you today is practicing in nature. Even though you may be able to hear there's motorbikes driving by and cars driving by, I'm in a place that's dominated by green. So around me is trees and power, the power of nature. If you look at profiles of all the masters, anyone who attained enlightenment, attained the highest, attained the highest status of attainment, they did so in nature. They did it in the mountains. Some of them will do it in the desert. They're in their most natural environment of where they come from. And this is important because in the last 3+ decades of training, and I've been training well over 3 decades, and I'm living this lifestyle. I committed to this lifestyle when I was still a teenager. And this commitment, where you train matters. Now, I know a lot of people are stuck in a 9-to-5 job and they have limited time and they train in their apartment or house and they're in the city. But filling your apartment with plants, making it very green and sitting around green, it changes the frequency of resonance of your body. Now, what do I mean by this? When you're around greenery, your mental astral resonance for the environment goes boom, it goes out. When you're around concrete, it contracts, it pulls into you. So your 3 bodies become contracted and protected of themselves. It's sticky, it sticks to itself. When I'm around greenness like this, my mental body goes, ah. My astral feelings go, ah. My physical body goes, yeah, this is great. All this oxygen and the energy and the air's cleaner and everything's better. So this adding green to your life improves quality of practice. Now, when you're doing serious practice, where you're doing retreats and a lot of sitting, you want to be in the mountains, you want to be in the forest. This resonance with nature releases a large percent of the static in your mental body, the static in your astral body, and the static in your physical body, just through the feeling of love from nature. Nature loves you. The trees love you. You look at a flower and you can feel the love coming from the flower. This is very important. When you're in concrete, concrete doesn't love you. Concrete doesn't have this sense of open and be free. And concrete is a form of protection. It protects you and it also encloses you, where nature protects you while opening you. Different thing, very, very different characteristic. Okay, so what do we do? Well, when we have time out, we optimize that time by being in nature, being as close to green, around as much green as you can get. If you are in suburbia, turn your yard into a forest. Turn it into a sanctuary where you can go into that forest in your backyard, smell the pine trees, smell the, practice your qigong, and it's powerful. Something is like a conifer or a pine tree. It may be only 8-10 feet tall in your backyard, and you plant it there and you put love into the water and you water it every day and nurture it. Exchanging energy with that small tree can be extremely powerful for your practice. When you get into nature and you get into places of power like this, this mountain I think is a couple kilometers up above sea level. So it's more than 1 mile above sea level. The air is cool, and we're in Thailand, which is a hot place. And there's a freshness and crispness. The spirit is alive and happy and wow, this is great. And then when you concentrate your mind, you can release all these static, sticky layers instantly because your environment releases them for you. When the Buddha attained enlightenment, his environment and the love and support of the trees, the ground, the air, the earth, it helped him attain. It put him into peace. It put him into equanimity. It made everything still in his physical environment, made everything still in his emotional environment, made everything still in a spiritual environment, so that he could move through equanimity to Nibbana. Now, I'm not overestimating this, I'm underestimating this. This is important. Nature, by its being nature, recognizes spiritual effort. When a person's trying to develop and evolve themselves, the tree you're sitting under recognizes this person is trying to spiritually evolve themselves. It has consciousness. It has more resonance with evolution, understanding evolution than you do, because it doesn't have an ego in the way. So when this is happening, you're in nature, and nature is supporting to enliven you, bring you through stillness and equanimity to elevate you. The more connected you are to the nature around you, the more powerful your equanimity is going to be, which gives you more power as a vehicle to elevate yourself. So having that environment which you love and take care of, it will be your pillar of support. Now, if you've done the tree qigong exercise, and it's on one of my other videos, and you've looked at, okay, I've got this park I train in, and you do the tree qigong exercise with every tree in that park, you walk in the morning, those trees are all going to be singing your song. They're going to be welcoming you, and you're going to feel like you're the carer of the forest, and they're going to feel like you're their protector and you love them. So what do? They clean your mental space, they clean your astral space, they give you oxygen, they put you into equanimity, and they give you an amazing meditative experience. Because all the things that were preventing you from coming into resonance with your divine self were stopping you, and they can help you touch that truth. Okay, so the place you train in, it matters. The love of the trees and the love you give them, the love they give back to you, it matters. When you care for nature, it matters. Nature feels your care, and it automatically responds and cares about your personal evolution and growth. Okay, so we'll leave it there for training and where you train and locations and so forth and nature. And any questions, drop me an email. If you have a topic that you want me to discuss, drop me an email. And if you're on the Vimeo channel and there's anything in this development process that you're not sure about, let me know, and I'll make videos on the Vimeo channel for you that are much more depth. For YouTube, I keep everything simple like this. On Vimeo, I go into much more detail. I go into depth. The reason I don't go into too much depth on YouTube is people aren't going to be able to follow me and they're going to lose it. You have to be practicing to follow depth. YouTube, simplicity. Vimeo, I go deep. All right, thanks for your time, and see you in the next video. Stay happy.